I'm on
Hey,
one.
what's up?
I'm on one, dude. This is day 5, not delirious at all. It's just me, full force.
Yeah, we still got 9 days left, bruh.
Hey, you know what? We could do it. We
We
could do
got
it.
this. We
We
got
got
it.
this, man. We could do it. I said I was going to get a soundboard. We got a soundboard. Life's good. Life is good.
So, how's your night going?
Dude, solid. I got all the laundry put away. I know
Nice.
nobody cares about my laundry, but
I'm
I
like
did it. So,
I'm liking the
walking into
shirt.
the
I'm liking
weekend.
the shirt, man.
Yeah, dude. I'm like master of conflicting patterns here. Got 3
Yes,
different patterns going on tonight.
I
What's up?
like it. Oh yeah, checkers. You got some lion? Are
Hey,
those
got
lions
my
or
collar if you need
tigers?
to. Tigers, dude.
Oh, and sugar? Nice.
Triangles, checkers. Got it all, dude.
Yes.
So yeah, what's up, everybody? Stoked to be here again for another evening with y'all.
We're
Let's
ready.
let's get a roll call. Who's in there? Let's hear how long you've been sober. Let's hear how long you've been in a relationship. Let's hear about your stats. What's up?
Yeah. Tell us who you are.
Yeah, that's right.
I always want to know who's here.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
And yeah. How was your day today? Well, everybody's gearing up in their typing.
Well, I mean, we got, what do we have? Oh, 7 hours since I talked to you, 6 hours since I talked to you last. The day's good, man. It is super good. I don't know what's going on. We're not broadcasting live to the event, so that's fun.
Oh, we're not?
Yeah, I don't really know why. I mean, we'll survive. It's okay. We still got people that are here. So who cares? We got a different audience, and I'm all for it. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to mess around with that too much.
No.
Welcome to Dillon and the Doc. For those of you that have not been here, this is the most exciting recovery and relationship podcast ever to exist on the whole entire planet. It's huge, I swear. Okay? Stick around. It is worth it.
It is. Hey, Greg. Hey, Jonathan. Good to see y'all here tonight.
What's up? What's up, Greg? Nice to see you again.
Hey, Jen.
Hey,
17 years. All right.
John. Good job, dude. Work in that direction. Sometimes that's just how it goes. I would be lying if I didn't say that I spent a lot of years working in that direction myself. It didn't come together overnight, right?
Oh, no.
There you go. Jen, you're almost at the 2-month mark. That's what's up. It's 17 years. Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
What's up, Doug? Hey, Scott.
Oh. Oh, hey, Doug, I'm sorry I pulled that up. We'll get to your question in just a second. I assure you that we will. Real quick intros. You had it last. I'll take us out this time.
All right.
My name is Dillon Reed. I'm a professional recovery coach. I help you go from being a drunken state to a sober state and staying that way forever. That's my spiel. There you go.
There you go. I like it.
10-second pitch, man.
All right. I'm gonna try to match you there.
Okay, match that energy, bro. Match that energy.
I'm Dr. Ryan. I'm a relationship expert.
Boom.
With expertise in interpersonal communication and relationship development, and I help you take your relationship to thriving within 60 days.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Dude, I'm telling you, this board,
Yes.
it's never going to get old. Maybe it will. I don't really care. I do this partially for you guys and partially for me, and that's for me. So that's what's up. So do we have...
Oh,
you just pop right in?
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Let's start out with we did 5 relationship
that's right.
facts.
Doug, we'll get to you. We promised the audience 5 relationship fun facts to start. Let's do it.
So we went.
How
through the
dare
top
me,
5.
man?
I went ahead and pulled up 50, so we've got next week covered.
Oh, I was like, I thought you were gonna do 50 right now. I was like,
No.
no. We didn't agree to
I'm gonna
that.
do the next 5.
Okay, cool.
All right. So, first up, couples who engage in regular physical affection, such as hugging, tend to have higher satisfaction in their relationship. Number 2, studies have found that couples who express gratitude towards each other have higher levels of relationship quality and they are more committed. Number 3, research has also shown that being in a loving relationship can contribute to improved mental and physical health.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Number 4, watching a movie together can improve relationship quality by creating shared experiences and opportunities for bonding. And number 5, couples who cook together often experience increased relationship satisfaction and communication. So there are your 5 facts.
But here's the
Go
deal,
off.
man. My love language is acts of service, and my wife will not be in the kitchen with me. You hear me? For those of you who don't know, that's a deep cut from earlier today because he gave us some spiel on some love language action. So I figured I'd do that thing. So that's not true. I do most of the cooking, but I would share. I definitely would share.
Yeah, for those of you that weren't there, I went on a about 10-minute tirade on love languages, and
Go ahead.
Their misuses, their common misuse in relationships today.
You say tirade, and I say it was a very enlightening adventure. It was
a good
experience. I enjoyed it.
It was.
Real quick, I just want to give Scott a shout out. This guy is like a day one supporter that I am getting to know, but I did not know in the beginning. And he is, he's kind of one of my best internet friends. So
I like it. That's awesome.
What's up, Scott? Real quick, do we have any comments that should go up before we take questions?
I don't think so. We've got everybody in here. Impulsive drinker, struggling to get through the first few days.
I just want to hit this one that my husband doesn't let me in the kitchen either, which I'm quite happy about. I'm not alone. Okay, cool. We talked about in a previous podcast knowing our place. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't place. Knowing our strengths and our weaknesses. Okay.
Yes.
And that's courtesy of Ryan because he taught me that. And my strength is cooking. Okay. Not that my wife's a terrible cook. I just was a cook and worked in restaurants and stuff. So I have the thing. I got the thing. Okay. So that's what I do. So let's take some questions, dude.
Yeah, dude. For those of you that don't know, we have the other half in the building today.
What's up?
She's gonna keep me in line.
I'm gonna try.
But on the cooking, best dad ever. I like it.
That's so cute.
There's a story behind this. I can give sometime, but I'm not gonna give it today. It's too sad. I don't want to ruin everyone's night.
No.
I'll do it in the afternoon. It'll be an afternoon. I'll wreck more of their day, but they'll be able to sleep. Okay, so there you go. So let's get into some questions. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
You wanna hit?
Yeah, we can hit Doug.
I'll click it. You click it. Okay, it's been clicked.
My wife and I have been separated for 3 years. Should we call it quits? That is a super loaded question, my man. And it's super personal. Separated for 3 years. I don't know if that's physically separated. I don't know if that's just legally separated. I don't know if you're dating other people. I don't know. It's a super personal thing. And you have to be the one to decide when to call it quits. There's not a person on this earth that can tell you when to do that.
I like that answer, man. Because I deal with similar things on my end, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can't answer that question with the limited information that I have.
But also, same thing. Like you can't tell somebody when they've had enough. alcohol when they need to quit. I
Yeah.
can't tell somebody when they need to get a divorce or need to separate.
Well, I mean, I can tell someone when they need to quit. I do it all the time, right now, unless you're
But
going to have horrible withdrawal, talk to a doctor. But I get what you're saying. I'm giving
yeah,
you crap, right?
yeah,
Um, well, how
it's a
about
personal.
this,
It's a very personal decision.
Doug? If you want to drop some more details, maybe. I mean, I don't know that Ryan's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be the judge, jury, executioner of your relationship here tonight. But he might be able to give you some sort of tips to maybe become less separated. Is that a thing?
Yeah. I mean, you can always
I
become less
mean, I don't mean to
separated.
put you in the hot seat, but
Yeah,
that's what we're here for, right?
you can always reconcile.
Yeah. I did it. We were separated for over 2 years in the legal process of a divorce for over a year. Moved back in together in a different state into a house together on the day that we were supposed to go to court to finalize our divorce. She called
Wow.
first thing in the morning, got a hold of her attorney, shut it down. So
Damn.
that's my story, and I'm not even bullshitting. That is like legit hand of God what happened. So
That's crazy.
it was the weirdest thing, dude. It was so weird because it was just like, I don't know. Life's weird like that, man. It's we've kind of we haven't really hit religion on this podcast. We try not to, but that's the only thing that always has me going. There's something else going on when things like that happen. I'm like, what are the chances,
Yeah.
dude?
Dude, we had a weird realization at the end of our last live earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
I became a doctor the week. Was it the week you went to treatment or that you
I
got
don't know the
sober?
week that I got out. I think it was. I
Because
couldn't tell you.
it was the week before COVID hit and shut everything down.
Yeah, so that was when this little baby was released to the wild to figure out how to stand on my own 2 feet with
Hey,
all
me
the
too.
tools,
This little baby doctor was released into the world.
yeah, with all the tools that failed me because COVID made it to where I couldn't use anything that I was given that was supposed to help me stay sober.
Yeah.
So again, yeah, Doug, and again, Doug, thanks for being here again, man.
Yeah.
And Jen, it's late. So you too. She said she was maybe going to get a nap. She might have done that. God, we're like all friends because we know what's going on with these people's lives because we're all together. So,
Jonathan, I'm single, hopeless for another. Today's standards are insane. Well, you only have to hold yourself to your own standards, my man.
I love it.
There's always somebody out there who has similar standards to you. It's not that they're too high, it's just they're looking for something unattainable to themselves. So it's not you, it's 100% them. Because they're never going to find it.
Yeah. Well, I think too, like the only people I've met that have insane standards for their life and for their relationship are the people that have the bar set the lowest for their own life. Like they want someone else to like fill the gap between their lack and your excellence.
Yeah.
And that's just crazy. It's crazy. It doesn't work that way, right? We're a team.
No.
I mean, we do compensate for each other's strengths and weaknesses, but like, I'm sorry, I didn't get married to drag somebody across the finish line.
No, you have to set the bar high for yourself if those are the standards you're trying to exude from somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think we should be doing that anyways, like single or otherwise.
100%.
You best be striving for absolute excellence all the time in your life.
Yeah.
So what do we got? What else do we got up in here? I just wanted to, John, I feel your pain. The first few days are the worst, absolute worst. And I guess I'm really going to make this a soundbite. If you can afford to drink, you can afford to get sober. You can afford to go to a doctor. I would highly recommend you go to a doctor and see if you can get something to make the couple days in the beginning a little bit easier. Also, if you have to go to detox, you can't get fired. So you're allowed to do that and then still have a job. just so you know. If you didn't know that until now, you do now. So there you go.
I like it. I didn't know companies, they have to hold your job.
Protected class.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, that's not really something to party about, but yeah, for real. Because drinking is a huge problem. It's just addiction in general is a huge
Yeah.
problem in the United States and in Western society, right? So yeah, I guess here's the way I see it. If you're going to protect alcohol constitutionally, then you better protect the people that suffer from the results of said thing, right? I'm not saying that the human choice isn't involved, but we would be lying to ourselves if we said alcohol was not equally to blame, at least.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, no. What is it? Family Medical Leave Act,
Oh,
FMLA. You can pull that, and actually ADA, like American Disabilities. So if you have alcohol use disorder, any substance use disorder, you're ADA'd on that deal. So if you got an HR lady, HR guy, go talk to him. A lot of companies will actually pay for you to go to rehab because because you're expensive. I mean, they invest a lot of time and money into you as an employee, and they would rather have you come back and work on whatever it is than, get sick and die and never show back up to work. So
yeah.
So there's that. Cool. So do you want to take a question? You want me to take a question?
Go ahead.
I guess I should probably
let's
take a
have
question.
you take one.
Yeah, I mean, because it's, I guess, technically my turn if we're going tit for tat. We don't usually do that, but how about this? How do you deal with withdrawal shakes in early stages of recovery? There are some things that you can get. This goes back to the doctor thing. Gabapentin helps with the shakes some, helps you get your nerves in order. There's actually like GABA as a supplement that's supposed to help as well. I'm not a doctor. I'm not prescribing these things. I'm not telling you dosages. I'm telling you these are things I know about. You do your own research before you make decisions, and preferably talk to a doctor. Obviously, continuing to stay sober. So when I first got sober, there was a guy, he and I were in an AA meeting, and I tried to say my shakes were getting better, and he said, no, you were shaking like a whore in church. And this is the reality. I'm holding a cup of water with ice in it, and when I'm using two hands to pick it up, and I'm shaking so violently you just hear the ice shaking in the cup. It's kind of embarrassing and weird because the AA meeting was quiet. But what I did do though, and this is something I suggest to everybody, pick up a hobby where you have to use your hands and ideally requires a level of fine motor control, because it will help you get through that faster. It's a mind-body connection thing. So that's something you can do. The other thing, there's this big link between dopamine, movement, and Parkinson's. Okay?
Dude, I was just about to bring something up about Parkinson's. I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah, so if you can get your hands on some good, healthy dopamine, that can help with the shakes. That's why like the sugar thing helps a little bit, because you get a dopamine rush when you are consuming sugar or expecting to consume sugar, that kind of thing. So yeah, let's hear your thing. I love it.
Well, I see there's a guy on TikTok who is combating Parkinson's through physical activities. I mean, he's doing push-ups that are insane, pull-ups. He is working out a lot, and it helps him throughout the day. And you can see him when he isn't doing activity, how shaky he actually is. But he's actually combating it through exercise.
It makes a lot of sense to me.
And diet.
Makes a lot of sense to me. Because like we talked about it earlier this afternoon, I did a whole segment. For those of you that didn't catch it, the podcast from this afternoon. These evening segments are special broadcasts right now.
Yeah.
We're going to implement one or two at some point. We're just not sure what day or what time. Anyways, this afternoon I was talking about dopamine and dopamine fasting, and we really covered heavily how much dopamine has to do with your gut even. It's interesting. So I can see that. It looks like we got a response from Doug, my guy.
Oh yeah,
You want me to pop it up?
we're living. Here we go. Living in different houses. We have an 11-year-old daughter. I guess in old school, I try to work things out. Parents were married 40 years. They weren't perfect, but they worked through it. It's definitely doable. I mean, if it's something you're wanting to work towards and reconcile, and she's wanting to reconcile, it is doable. I mean, I do this with couples all the time. It just depends on how much work you're willing to put in, if you're actually willing to change, if you're willing to work on your communication yourself, different ways of managing conflict, looking at expectations and values, dealing with some unresolved conflicts. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. It's 100% doable. I'm not going to tell you to leave after you've been separated. Like I'm a strong believer, like you, Doug, that you should stay together if, of course, safety isn't a concern, things like that. I'm a firm believer in that. Also, I don't know a whole lot of the backstory, but if it were me, I would still keep fighting for it.
Yeah. I'm there.
Hey, David. David's new here.
Hey, you know what? I'm sorry. I got it. Let's quit fighting each other here. We're both admins, so it's like he clicks the comment to make it pop up at the same time that I am, so that just like cancels it out over and over. This brings me to a very important part of the segment. My name is Dillon Reed. I am a professional recovery coach. I help get you from drunk to sober and help you stay sober. That's what we're here for. I'm here to take all of your recovery and addiction questions. And then that is, who are you?
I'm Dr. Ryan. I'm a relationship expert with a ton of experience in interpersonal communication and relationship development. I'm here to take all of your relationship related questions, help you through your relationships.
That's what I'm saying. You
want to kick that next one up?
I do. I'll hit it for sure.
Okay.
This one.
Yeah.
So, sorry about that. There has been a lot of research about GABA helping with withdrawal in the beginning, helping with getting away from alcohol addiction. So it does help with the shakes. And thiamine makes perfect sense, actually, because it's vitamin B is what it is.
Oh.
So alcohol thrashes our vitamin and mineral storehouse because we can't absorb more vitamins and minerals, but your body still needs it to function. So you're just like going in and pillaging, right? We talked about this previously, like Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome is a result of a thiamine deficiency. Right?
Okay.
So my thoughts on thiamine and GABA to help better the shakes are that it works. And I don't have personal experience with it, but I've read a lot about it. So if you're going to drink, man, you better be taking a B complex and you better be doing it like early in the day before you drink so that you can at least absorb some of it. I'm not giving you permission to drink. I'm saying if you are doing it though, good God, please take care of yourself along the way. Because if you read do it, just Google Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome, WKS, read what it does to you. That could be your future if you continue to drink. So I've seen people with it. It is not cool.
Damn.
So
what's up with
forget where they are, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Relationship issues. Well, David, then let us know what's going down. Drop your questions and we'll do everything we can to help you out.
Yeah. We just went and got our vitamin B12 shots yesterday. Getting a good dose.
Jonathan, if you would let me know what side effects for what. If you could be a little more specific, I could definitely do my best to answer the question. So,
Man, I wanted to drink this week. It was rough, but I told myself, no, that's awesome. Nice work. You want to?
Is it your turn? My turn? Whose turn?
I'm just gonna go in and pop one up real quick.
Do it then.
So,
Yeah, I'm all
how
about
does
it.
technology and social media impact relationships? Did we do this on the other live?
No.
I don't.
I don't think that we did, to be completely honest with you.
No, we were talking about something with dopamine. That's what we were talking about, which falls kind of right into line with this. When we were talking,
one second, Jonathan, I'll get to your question right after we take this one. So go ahead, hit it up.
Oh, when we were talking about dopamine and being on your phone and stuff.
And it's hard because we have taught, the reason this podcast exists is a sheer accident with Ryan and I just talking after like a meeting we had. I was trying to help him set up like a Facebook pixel for some ads and stuff. And then the next thing you know, we continue to have these meetings talking about ways to be better in business, better with what we do. And we started to recognize there's so many intersections between recovery and relationships. It's insane. Like the way that you fix them and all that stuff. So here we are, we're doing that. So then when it's easy to like blur and not remember what day was what day and what we talked about and when, because it's all the same in my head.
It is. Yeah. It's been a wild ride. It's been awesome.
My favorite one I've had in a long time.
We're adding it up today. We're over we're on episode 16 in our normal one, but we've done over close to 30 episodes so far.
Yep. We didn't get our poop grouped to really start doing it until about 16 ago, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess 20 ago.
Oh yeah, 20 ago.
So yeah.
So how does technology and social media impact relationships, and what are the challenges and opportunities it prevents? It has a huge impact on relationships, positive and negative. We were just talking about it a couple days ago, and you can ask her. I'm very cognizant about my phone use when we have time together. My phone it's around, obviously, because that's what I work from, but I'm never on it. And
I think it's deserving of that. I think it's deserving of that. In this day and age, staying off your phone when you're with your lady, I think that's worth some applause. That was the applause one, right?
Yeah. It does bring up challenges. Like, what do you do with your phone? What calls should you take? What shouldn't you take? Obviously, I'm never going to, I guess, referee her phone use. Like, that's not my job.
Isn't that what you do in a healthy relationship? You're just super controlling of your partner, and you look through their text messages. You take their phone and unlock them while they're sleeping. No, you don't do that? Okay.
No.
Okay.
Like right now, she's on mine. She's on my phone.
I'm snooping through it.
I gave my wife, when I moved here to Texas, we'd been apart for a couple of years, and one time she just wanted my phone. I just unlocked it and gave it to her, and she was like blown away. And I'm like, why would that be a problem? Like, why should it be a problem that I give you my phone? Like, it shouldn't be a shock, you know?
So it does present challenges, but like go ahead and go through my phone. It really doesn't matter. But technology has also offered so many opportunities for, challenges. Let me go back to that one.
Okay.
It's opened up a whole world, like we talked about with love languages, where we now have the armchair researchers who are conducting research outside their expertise. So they're placing these false expectations on their relationship based off what some whoever said on the internet. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Oh my God. This person said, I don't
Well,
know.
dude, it's insane. Like, I didn't cover it a lot earlier with the dopamine thing, but social comparison
Hmm.
is so unhealthy. And
Yeah.
because of social media, it's so easy to do. It's like, my relationship's not as good as theirs. It's like, you don't even know what their relationship's like, man. Like, you're just getting this picture of what it's like.
It's,
Um,
yeah, you get what everybody puts out there.
Yep. Yep.
Like it's not one of my favorite things to do, but I can actually watch relationships decline just based off of word use on social media, which most people wouldn't be able to do. But on the research that I've done, I can actually watch them decline and go back up and decline. It's crazy. But then the opportunities it presents, man, we are able to connect with our significant others on a level like we've never been able to do before, maintain contact, fulfill each other's needs and expectations. The list just goes on and on. So I'm a huge proponent of social media and technology.
Yeah. I mean, I get to talk to my wife and find out what her day is like while
Mhm.
she's driving home, uninterrupted from children.
Yeah.
It's cool. If you're using it for good,
Yeah.
it's good.
But like, how awesome is that since you and your wife are so busy that you have that time to do that? Because we talked about it earlier. You said, you said, like, that's something I just won't give up that time.
Yeah. Nope. It's important to me. Yeah. So anything else you want to address on that one?
No, I think we're good.
Okay. Promise?
Promise.
All right.
There's a comment in here.
Cool. Well then, what do we got? Jonathan Ryberg, Mr. Jonathan. So the GABA. Hold on.
Yeah, the GABA.
I'll answer this real quick, and then I got to run downstairs. I heard one of my little ones get up. It would figure it happened tonight.
GABA.
I just got to get her to bed. There, unfortunately, isn't enough research into it at this point. So, my recommendation is talk to your doctor before you do it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll be right back in 2 seconds.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and pop somebody else's up here. David asks, how can a man show more attention and caring toward a girl who doesn't? So to a girl you don't love? More attention and caring toward a girl who you don't love. I'm not sure why you'd be showing that much attention towards somebody you don't love. Thing is, it's
No need to worry, everybody.
you act through
Okay.
empathy and understanding. That's how you show attention. That's how you show care. You put effort in. 100% about effort, understanding, and empathy. But I don't know why you would do that to somebody you don't love. So I guess I'm kind of confused on that.
Heard that, dude. Cool. So then I'm back. Sorry.
You're back.
Run upstairs, downstairs, left stairs, whatever.
At least you got the AC on this time.
Dude, don't even bring that back up. That was dead.
When
I was looking like Twilight vampire, just sparkling, dude.
You were glowing.
On the inside too, dude. I'm telling you what. It was brutal. Texas heat don't mess around, and seriously, I'm right above my garage.
Oh.
So there's no AC down there, all that heat's just rising. And
Yeah.
because I'm above my garage, I'm in the eave of my house. There's no attic. So I'm like in an attic that's not an attic.
Oh,
Supposed to be temperature controlled that wasn't. So yeah, that sucked. Um
you did get a
so
shout out though. I do have to
I got a
send Dylan a
shout-out?
huge thank you. I follow a few different people, and he's the only one who's ever responded to a personal message. So thank you very much, sir.
You're
That's
welcome.
pretty awesome.
You know, it's weird. The number of people that think that I'm not real
Mm-hmm.
is shocking to me. And how it just actually happened to me before the show. I responded to a guy's, private message, and I use voice messages a lot too
Yeah.
because it's like easier.
Yeah.
And it makes less mistakes than, talk to text because it doesn't make the mistakes.
Yeah.
And they're like, whoa. I'm like, why would you think I'm not real? Like,
Yeah.
what? I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
think I'm like AI account. Like, what is this? So yeah, I'm real. And I do my very best to respond to all messages. Some get by me. I'm sorry to anyone it's happened to, but I do try to still stay connected because that's what I'm here for.
I like it.
I just think it would be weird if I didn't, right?
Yeah.
Like I stand here as a beacon of hope for people to get sober and then just
Nothing.
wall everyone. Like, yep, sorry. Not trying to help you. This is all for fun.
You want to take one of your questions?
Yeah, we could do that. I'd be down.
Pop one of those up.
Oh, hey.
It's not you aren't real, but you take the time, and a lot of people don't. I like that.
Hey, thank you. Yeah. My audience means a lot to me. That's why I'm here. That's why I do what I do, is to help my audience out. So it'd be silly not to stay connected.
Yeah.
Bupropion, which is Wellbutrin XL, tons of different names for it. It is a dopamine agonist. So it's like a dopamine reuptake inhibitor. So it makes it to where dopamine doesn't get reabsorbed. Like it sticks around in your system. So you don't lose it as you use it, I suppose would be the best way to understand it.
Mhm.
Because yeah, that's an interesting thing about dopamine too, especially with like the higher unit drugs. Like methamphetamines actually make it to where for like 8 to 12 hours, your dopamine is not reabsorbed, and it actually just messes up neurons, like will kill them during the process.
When it
Fortunately,
just sits there.
yeah, because
Oh, really?
they're because it's all electrical impulses, right?
Yeah.
So it's just like and then it kills it.
Oh, wow.
But they grow back. Thank God for neuroplasticity. So
Yeah.
you get sober long enough, you'll be okay. But we had a question yesterday that was asking about using Wellbutrin as alcohol cessation to help with the cravings, and it makes total sense that it would work to do that, and it does. But there's a huge but here. It's not frequently prescribed to be used that way because there's a cool thing called naltrexone. It does the same thing basically in a different through a different neurological pathway.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason they use naltrexone instead is because Wellbutrin and alcohol do not mix. They are bad news bears. They amplify intoxication and the side effects, because there are side effects for almost everything that we take like this. It'll amplify both the alcohol side effects and Wellbutrin. So, not recommended if you're having drinking issues to take Wellbutrin. Look into naltrexone or something like that instead. So, there you go. There's mine. Pretty short and sweet. Oh my God, what happened? Hello? Hey.
Dude, I don't even know where I went. I got kicked out.
Doing to space, dude. I was like, where did Ryan go?
See ya. I'm
I
out.
was like, I don't know if you could tell how red my face got.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm doing this by myself now. Okay. We can do it. We'll make it. I'm pretty good at flying by the seat of my pants. We'll figure this out. I'm glad you're back though.
Yes.
I missed you. I did. I definitely missed you for a second. Here we go. Exactly. Yes. There. LOL. Right.
100%. I don't know where that went. I swiped up in the comments and the whole page went away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey,
Don't swipe too hard.
I tried. Nothing happened though. I tried to get out of here. It didn't work though.
It kicked me out real quick.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna be that way, make me do it all by myself. I'll do it by myself. That's all I got on that one. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot to it. I just definitely wanted to hit it because I was hoping Kathy might be here. Maybe she'll watch the show later, watch the replay or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got one from John I can take real quick if you don't mind.
Of course I don't mind. That's why we're here.
There we go. Says I'm breaking up from a 3-year relationship. She started a year affair after 3 months, but showed me a lot of love. 2 years down the road, I can't get over it. My question is, how many couples have you seen recover from this? It's actually more than you think. Of the couples that recover from this, you just don't hear about it because it's not something people put out there in public.
Right.
It can be. Here's the caveat to that. Men find physical infidelity as more harmful, whereas females find emotional infidelity as more harmful. Less likely to forgive. So that could be why you're having such a hard time. Thing is, you got to build trust, and we've talked about this on the show, and trust is built through experience. It's a huge one to get over. And Melissa and I were talking the other day, and we were talking like the phrase "forgive and forget." I hate that. I really don't like that phrase. It's forgive and learn.
Yeah,
right?
I like that.
Because you need to learn from your mistakes. You need to learn to move forward. You need to learn to move forward in the relationship. If it is the relationship you want to work on, that is something you need to do with her. You need to be working together to create that stronger type of relationship that you're looking for. A lot of people do get over it. I'm not going to say it's an easy thing to do. It can be done. It's not a forgive and forget, though. It's a forgive and learn. So that's kind of, I can't really tell you how in a 10-minute spiel, but I can say a lot of people have gotten over it more than you realize.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it makes a lot of sense to me.
Because infidelity's, it's huge. It's everywhere.
Does anyone know why he took that question? He took that question because his name is Dr. Ryan Rassner, and he is a relationship expert, professional relationship coach. And if you've got relationship issues, this man could probably help John and his lady work through that if they wanted to.
I could.
And when I say probably, I mean definitely could.
Yeah.
And I am a professional recovery coach. I help people work through their addictions. It's a different kind of relationship that we have. So,
and you can definitely help them. Yeah.
The people that are new here that didn't know who we are, now you know who we are. And we take your questions. If you haven't figured that out already, I guess they would be The questions are somewhere. If you drop them in the comments, you drop your questions in the comments, we will take them and we will answer them. We do a lot of goal stuff too, personal development.
Yes.
Because that's what our program. That's kind of why we kind of jibe so well, is because that's what our programs are founded on, not together but separately. So we can also take those. It doesn't have to just be relationships and recovery. And I was just wondering, do you think? I mean, are we Dr. Drew Pinsky and Adam Carolla? I mean, are we like the new
Yes.
Yes.
Dr. Drew show? Is that
Yes.
what's going on here?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was just thinking about that.
I'll
I was
take
like,
that.
well, I mean, I don't know who's who, and I don't know that I care. I think it depends on the day, but
Yeah.
I'm down being a late night talk show host. I'm cool with it. Should we throw that one up?
Yeah. Go for it. All right. I'm really glad I joined tonight. My relationships with the people in my life have been severely affected by my drinking. I hate it. It's the biggest reason that fuels my depression and anxiety. It works against me in both directions because I feel like I don't deserve anything. Shit, that was a lot.
And it is a lot, man. And I really appreciate you coming on the show and trusting us enough to share your experience with us.
Yeah.
You know, share a little piece of you with us, because it means a lot to us. You know, this is what we do. We help people when they're feeling insecure, when they're feeling vulnerable, you know. And I just want to let you know, you're not alone. You know, I was there for longer than I care to admit to myself. I the longer I'm sober, the more I realize I had a problem for longer than I thought I had a problem. Right.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the depression and anxiety stuff too, drinking just makes it worse. I mean, I'm sure I would assume, I'm sorry for assuming, but I would assume you're aware of that. It really just makes it worse. So it's this really vicious cycle of depression, anxiety, shame, guilt, self-hatred, all that stuff that then fuels more drinking, which then fuels all those feelings again, you know?
Mhm.
It's bad news bears. The sooner you can get away from it, the sooner you can start to heal. So I wish you the best. You know, honestly, man, medical intervention, I will sing that thing's praises from Everest, man. Like I'm all about it. If you can afford it, which you can, everybody can do it.
Well, there you
Hey,
go.
what do
Should
you know? Ask and you shall receive. You should go to a doctor. I even if you're going to end up doing it alone, I would go to a doctor. I honestly would go to a doctor, because that's what they're there for. It could save your life. I'm not going to go all the way into my crazy withdrawal story, but I landed in a hospital over trying to go it alone at one point. So you can avoid a really expensive trip to the doctor by having a less expensive trip to the doctor ahead of time and figuring out whether you need a medical intervention or not. And I don't know what your income level is, and quite frankly, I don't really care. But if it is low, then it's also probably free. And depending on what state you're in, there's all sorts of programs where even if you make money, it could be free. So
Mhm.
it's worth going to the doctor. It could save your life. I mean, you got kids, they deserve a parent. So
Yeah.
make sure that they keep one by getting help. There.
Why do people, aside from finances, why do you think people shy away from going to the doctor for help? Is it
Shame.
embarrassment?
It's a shame.
Shame and
Yeah.
embarrassment?
Yeah. Well, I mean, for guys, it's pride, big time pride. For me, and I'm not alone. I mean, I get a lot. I mean, we already have seen it in the show today. I get a lot of private messages from people.
Mhm.
Man, it was so hard for me to finally just go, I need help, because I was raised not being allowed to have help. You know, like, I'll
Yeah.
solve this. I solve
Mhm.
it. This is a failure on my part if I go get help.
Yeah.
It saved my life to decide to go get help. That's the reality. I
Okay.
would have died. I would have died
Yeah.
eventually. Probably during COVID, once they made like liquor deliveries a thing, because one of the things that kept me from drinking too much was that I would be too drunk to get more and I was out. So if I had and I know that because if I ever bought a half gallon instead of a fifth, for those of you that don't know, that's a 750 ml bottle. If I would buy a liter or buy a half gallon, best believe I was going to like drink it all. And that's not okay. Like,
Wow.
it's not okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I knew myself well enough. I knew my habit well enough. I knew I couldn't have more than a 750 milliliter bottle in my house. So I didn't. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we got
Dang.
Jonathan chiming in. Shame and change.
Shame and change.
And the chain's huge too because we fear the unknown.
Yeah.
At least drinking is a known value. We know it sucks. But
Yeah.
getting sober, we're not sure. So it's scary. It's scarier somehow that maybe our life would get better than knowing that it sucks. It's really strange. But I've been there. And so you're not alone.
Yeah. And I'd imagine it's part of the unknown.
Dude.
Like, you don't know what life looks like. It's complete unknown, I would imagine.
Yeah, our brain does not like that. It will do everything it can to keep you drunk. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It makes no sense because I don't know. It's smart. It outsmarts itself. It's really strange. It's like, that good feeling, we should chase it, but it could kill you. Not today. Who cares? I don't know how to act sober anymore.
What do you want to do?
Ooh. Which one do I want to do?
I don't know how to act sober. I fear being able to fall asleep. We've talked about that.
Well, so I'm not going to take Jonathan Jet. I want to ask him real quick. Do you fear being able to fall asleep or fear being not unable to fall asleep? Just a little clarity there. So yeah, I mean, I still don't know how to act sober. I kind of just like pull back the curtain on this comment here. Nobody really knows how to act. We're all like doing our best impression of the thing that we think we want to be, that we are, like as we walk into authenticity. So I'm still learning who I am, like
Yeah.
I have a pretty damn good idea. I'm very authentic in the way that I interact with people, but I still don't know who I am or how to act necessarily. I'll go to an engagement with people. I'm not really sure like what to do with strangers, like I talk to them, I try to be funny and have a good time, but there's no guide on how to be you.
Yeah.
Right. So I think it's less about you don't know how to act sober anymore. It's you don't remember who you are or you don't know who you are. And getting sober requires you to do that. And it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I'm making that assumption, but
I like that.
Yeah, that was really it. Not being able to
fall asleep.
Well, Jonathan, have I got news for you? I'm going to drop something in the comments for you. You want to take one?
Yeah, I'll take one. I'll throw one up.
Hit him with a sleep guide real quick.
Oh, okay. I'm going to pop this one up and we're going to get Melissa to talk a little bit about it too, because we've had a discussion about this before. It's how can couples navigate differences in their future goals and aspirations to align their visions for a shared vision. And I think this one's
forecasting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because we had talked early on about goals. I talk a lot about goals, obviously in my program, but also with her. Here, I'll put her up so y'all can see her, so it's not so weird. So we talked a lot about goals, and one of her goals was purchasing a house. And what would that look like? So, like, that wasn't in the cards. I've already got my house. So we had to kind of re-envision what that looked like for a shared future. We kind of had to brainstorm some things like, here's what's going to happen. Like, you can buy the house, you can move out, we can continue the relationship moving forward in two separate homes, right?
Yes.
You can buy the house as an investment property, right? As long as your goal's being fulfilled. What else did we talk about?
Well, I just said my goals change now because obviously moving forward in our relationship,
Yeah.
So my future goal is our relationship and being together.
Yeah. So through talking through it,
Hey, dude, you like muted yourself, buddy.
I haven't touched anything.
Well, you're back. I don't know what happened.
Nothing was touched.
Well, hey, dude, you got ghosts in that place. You've gone off the air completely at one point.
Insidious.
Oh, really?
It's that way. What part did we go off air at?
Dude, I was listening. She was just saying that her goal for the future is your guys' relationship. Because her goals changed.
Yeah, so the goals changed. It was more a goal of continuing the relationship rather than focusing on tangible assets. Right, those things will come in time, and obviously I'll support her in whatever those goals will be.
Yeah.
But we ended up aligning them in a different fashion. It was, hey, how can we still achieve these goals together? How can you achieve your goals? How can we help achieve those goals together, though?
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
it really is talking through.
Definitely communicating it.
We talk through it a lot. It's talking through your goals a lot, making sure you're on the same page all the way through. And when they do change, voice that opinion. Hey, something has changed. Something's come up. This is no longer really what I'm focused on. I'm more focused on this right now. This is more important.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's really staying on that same page.
That makes sense to me. I'm still working on that one a little bit here and there.
On the goals thing?
Yeah, I mean, we just still, in a lot of ways, I mean, we're celebrating, it's our 7th anniversary of our wedding on Sunday. And 2 years out of that, I was in Wyoming and she's here in Dallas. And then the last 2 years, I've been here.
Okay.
So, there's like this 3 years where I might as well have not even been present, right?
Yeah.
I mean, my drinking wasn't horrible yet, but I was not the best. And then 2 years where I'm like completely absent, basically. And then just the last 2 years where we've been together. So we've been married for 7 years, but we've been like doing the thing correctly as we knew how to do it for the last 2 years. So it adds another level. So it's still, we're not on the different pages, we're not in different books or anything like that. But there's still moments where it'll be like, we have to navigate conflict, which I've learned a lot about from hanging out with this guy. And that's life,
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So
now you know more about my relationship than I was going to tell you.
Like, I mean, to me, those are what you were talking about. We need to learn how to do these certain things to move forward and achieve, right? We got to make sure that we're achieving our goals. And one of the obstacles is making sure that we're getting over the conflict. So it's not just about making sure that you have that shared vision for the future, but it's also about, what about these obstacles that we're going to run into and how do we address them as they pop up?
Makes perfect sense.
Like conflict, like you brought up, it's an obstacle to goal achievement.
Yeah. And if navigated correctly, it brings us closer together because we made it through it. We now have more trust through experience, right? For those of you, I was taking my sleep stack. So Jonathan, in that article, talks about some supplements. They help sleep. So do your thing. Decide what you want to do.
What was in your stack?
I take L-theanine and magnesium 3 and 8.
Okay. I've heard really good things about magnesium from all over.
The only thing that's weird, and it's not ever been bad enough for me to like actually not take it.
Mhm.
I have experienced side effects from both, and I do address them in the article. Hey, I'm not a doctor, so I make it pretty clear in the article too. I'm not a doctor, but magnesium 3 and 8 can mess with my stomach sometimes.
Okay.
It'll just like cramp ish, but
Yeah.
not painful. I just like feel it move, which is weird.
Okay.
And then the L-theanine, man, ooh, I tell you what, I already had vivid dreams, and there are nights where it's like a whole nother level, and I wake up and I'm like, what the heck just happened? But I love dreaming. I'm a very avid dreamer. I have a dream journal. I write in it every morning. So I'm not too mad about that. But there's some people that have complained that the L-theanine has caused their dreams to become so vivid they couldn't go back to sleep. I've had that happen. I'm not gonna lie. Like having a nightmare as an adult is weird, but I mean it's like a dream that was just like it knew the buttons to push with what was going on in my life at that moment, and I
Yeah.
couldn't go back to sleep. I mean, it wasn't a boogeyman, but it was like more scary boogeyman because it was a real thing I was worried about, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm not telling you what it is because it's none of your business. But, but yeah. So there's that.
That's
Um,
awesome.
We're at the top of the hour. We could end this episode on Dylan's bad dreams that he's never going to tell you about instead of booger picking like last night.
Yeah.
So that's
Hey.
cool. And on a high note here.
Booger dreams and bad.
Yeah, dude.
Boogers and bad dreams.
I don't know what to tell you, dude. That's why the people keep coming back, man. Are you not entertained? Like here we are.
I hope so.
So yeah, I mean, I think we're good. I think it's a good place to put a pin in it. I want to thank all of you for being here.
Also, before everybody goes, tomorrow night, Dillon is going to be a little bit late. So you are going to be talking to Melissa and myself about relationships. You can ask questions about our relationship, troubles, good stuff, whatever you want.
Dang. Dang.
She's over here turning bright red. FYI.
Dang. Yeah, I will be a little late. Like I said, it's my wife and I's wedding anniversary. She doesn't know this. I'm taking her to a dinner in a dinner detective. So it's like someone's getting murdered. It's gonna be like a game of Clue, but like
the murder mystery parties.
Yeah. So she has no clue. I like snuck it in. She doesn't watch the show, so she gets enough of me in real life, so she won't know. But it was cool. She has no idea what's going down. She went and got a dress for it because I told her she needed to. So I'll be very dressed up compared to normal because I'm not going to dress down when I get home. So
I like it.
Yeah. See how that goes. It won't be 3 different patterns. I promise you that. So there you go, guys. Thank y'all for being here. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night.
Yeah. Tomorrow and Sunday.
Yeah, it was a damn good thing that we got this stream like all professionalized like this week, or else tomorrow night was going to be hard.
Yeah.
But we got it figured out. So
we got it.
Cool. Well, guys, we'll see you later.
All right. See everybody. Have a good night.